Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. Brothers and sisters in Islam, I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to reward you all and to aid you all and to bless you all in this class here and in your desire to learn Arabic. This is our 6th week. This is week number 6. And we have benefited a lot. And I cannot stress more the importance of reading your sentences. But now we have reached the chapter of An-Nakira wal-Ma'rifa. Okay? And we did so for Ad-Damir al-Munfasil. It's the first pronouns that you have to learn. And you learned that it's 12 pronouns. And you learn the sections that is in the category that is first person, second person, third person. And then, like, we compared that, Barakallahu Fikum, with, Barakallahu Fikum, with the Damir. No, I just cut the microphone off. Thank you very much. We compared that with Damir al-Muttasil. There's a comparison in it, except that it's at the end of it. Okay? But now we're getting into a nakira or ma'rifa. What does a nakira mean? A nakira. Nakira. What does nakira mean? Indefinite. Okay. And ma'rifa, what does ma'rifa mean? Definite. Okay. So I want to when we did the Damir al-Muttasil, I want you to understand that the Damir al-Muttasil, it benefits for you. It gives you possession. Like Bait means house. Al-Bait means the house. When I say Baiti, that's my house and its possession. I own it. Baituka, your house. So this is one thing that we benefit from Damir al-Muttasil, that it shows possession. Another thing that we benefit from Damir al-Muttasil is that it makes something nakira ma'rifa. If you have Baytun, that's a house. Baytuka is your house. Now it's ma'rifa, it's definite. Do y'all understand that? Everybody with me? Okay, on this chapter, I want to review some sentences, and I'm going to be to one. I'm going to be reading. We're going to read these sentences. And I want y'all to recognize certain things, you know. I want y'all to recognize today. I'm going to write some sentences. No, I'm not going to write any sentences. If I write any sentences, the people that study online, they're not going to like that I write sentences. So we're just going to move on. And I'm going to highlight it as we go. Okay, I'm going to highlight it as we go. I want you to look at this sentence here that's on the board. Sentence number 12, page 61. Sentence number 12, page 61. I want you to understand in general, that we have two kinds of sentences in Arabic. We have a sentence that starts with a noun and a sentence that starts with a verb. I want to let you all in on a secret. Okay, but don't tell anybody. That was a joke. I kept on telling you all that we have a small goal ahead of us, right? We have a small goal. And what is that goal we're trying to achieve? Lesson number 10, right? Okay, because all of these lessons that we're doing now, they're on sentence structure without any verbs. I refuse to put any verb in my book until we finish all these things about nouns. I refuse. And I'm going to tell you something I really don't like to say. I'm just going to tell you, but I really don't like to say, so I'm going to be misunderstood. And I want everybody to know that when I was in Yemen, okay, there's nothing more sad and depressing than to see an American brother come to Yemen and after 4 months pack his bags and leave. It's depressing. Like there only one comes like every 6 months. When you see a brother come, you see him come his family, then you go one day, you see his bags packed up, and you see him leaving. And it's like, what's the matter? He's like, I'm going back to my mother's a little ill. I'm going to go back and finish my BA. I'm going to do my degree. What he really means is that the Arabic is too difficult. That's what he wants to say, but he cannot say it. Are y'all listening to me? Are y'all listening to me? Nothing push me more to put these books together than the Medina books. Nothing push me more to put these books together than books called the Medina books. The Medina books are suitable for Medina where you have like 6 or 7 teachers, okay? But those books are for people like they assume you studied something from Arabic before. Okay, I'm not trashing the book. I'm saying that book is only suitable for Medina. Our university, where you have 7 side books, 10 side books, and you got 10 side teachers also, and you study them all at the same time. Okay, but that book, like there's a book 1. It's book 1, and they having the verb in there. Have the verb in there. Yusafiru. Like Yusafiru is a future tense verb. Like, hey, we didn't even do past tense. Where you going? Like, how in the world is a student supposed to understand what Yusafiru means? I mean, there's another word. There's Tusafiru. Why are you supposed to know what's the difference? And there's another word, Nusafiru, with a noon. I didn't even do past tense. So when I saw this, and I saw people dropping up their bags, dropping up their books, and going back home, saying that they're going to visit their mother, they're going to go study, I said, I'm going to put a book together. Wallahi, the only thing you need to have is to be able to read Arabic. That's the only thing you need to do is read Arabic. Okay? You don't need anything before. Okay? And many of these people who write these books, they don't know, some of them don't know how it is to be a foreigner. And that, I'm not saying across the board. So now in this book, and what we're doing now is sentence structure. I want you to understand now, that a sentence, what we're going to benefit from Nakira and Ma'rifah, what we're going to benefit from this chapter is that a sentence is a Ma'rifah and a Nakira. Muhammadun tayyibun. Al-Bayt kabirun. Al-Kitab aswad. As-Sayyara Sauda. I'm going to say these sentences. You all translate them to me. Okay? Al-Qamis Aswadu. What does that mean? Al-Qamis Aswadu. The thawb was black. I want you to keep in mind that this is what makes a sentence. A ma'rifah and a nakira. Not 100% of the time, but most of the time. So what if I said, okay? What if I said, Indi Athawb. What does that mean? Indi Athawb. What if I say Indi Athawb al-Jadid? What does that mean? Okay, today we want to talk. We don't want to just go ahead. Look at number 2. Number 2, it says Indi Athawb al-Jadid. Indi Athawb al-Jadid. Okay, look at number 2. We all looking at number 2. Athawb. Is that nakira or ma'rifah? Athawb. Is that nakira or ma'rifah? It's ma'rifah. Al-Jadid. Is that nakira or ma'rifah? Okay. So now we know where to stop. We're going to say Indi Athawbul Jadid. Indi, we're going to stop there. Indi Athawbul Jadid. And we're going to keep that together. Okay, we're going to keep that together. Okay, we're going to keep that together. Okay, and Nakira and Ma'rifah is going to really explain to us what is the subject and what is the predicate. Okay, what is the subject? What is the predicate? We're going to know exactly where to stop to convey ourselves. That's what we want to benefit in the sentence. A sentence is made up of Ma'rifah and a Nakira. Okay, let's come down here. I'm going to tell you all. Look at number 5. Hada kitabun li Zaydun. I'm going to tell you something. What does hada mean? Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to bear with me. Today, we're just going to talk. We might not even take from the book. We're just going to talk and understand. I'm going to ask you another question. Hada. If I'm pointing at something, hada means I'm pointing at it. I want you to keep in mind, I'm sitting right in front of you, and I say hada, and I'm pointing at it. If I'm pointing at it, is it ma'rifah or nakira, and I'm pointing at it? %100%. It's definite. It's ma'rifah. If I'm pointing at it, it's ma'rifah. Okay? So listen to this. Listen to this. I want you to walk with me. We're walking slowly. If I say hada kitabun, that's a complete sentence. It's over. Whether I add li Zayd, if I leave off li Zayd, if I say this is a book, we're finished. That's a complete sentence. Are y'all with me? Hada kitabun. That's a complete sentence. Okay, now listen to this. Listen to this. I want you to walk with me. I can add. Hold on. No. No, I'm glad somebody said kind of. Good. We're going to slow down. We're going to slow down. Have that means this. When I'm sitting with you and I point at this, I say have that. I'm pointing at it. It's known. It's not unknown. I'm pointing right at it. It's ma'rifah. Okay? And I say have the kitab, and this is a book. That's a complete sentence. Hada is ma'rifah, and kitabun is nakira. And I want you to understand that is what a complete sentence is. A complete sentence is something that's ma'rifah and nakira. Ma'rifah and nakira makes a complete sentence. Okay, listen, we're going to stay right here. What does this mean? Hada kitabun. What does that mean? Hada kitabun. What does that mean? Hada kitab. This is a book. Okay, listen up. I'm going to give you some sentences. I don't want you to translate it. I'm going to translate it. But I want you to understand this. I could come and describe this book with 1,000 things. I could say, Hada kitabun li Zaydun. This is a book for Zayd. I could say, Hada kitabun tayyibun. This is a good book. I could say, Hada kitabun aswad. It's a black book. I could say, Hada kitabun kabirun. This is a big book. I could come with 1,000 words after it, right? Are you with me? Do I have to say this again? Do I have to say this again? Okay. And what comes after it? It's just describing the book. Tired. Let's look at the next sentence. Let's look at the next sentence. The next sentence says, "Hadal kitab li Zaydun." Okay, I want you to listen. Walk with me. We're going to take our time. I want you to walk with me. Yes, you can ask a question. Sentence number 5 is an Indi Ma'rifah as well. Yeah, but no, because ND, this is a harf. It's not a noun. Okay, that's a harf. This is like a preposition. It's not a noun or a verb. Okay, it's not a noun or a verb. Like a preposition, if we could find it. Arabic has verbs and nouns, and okay, okay, okay. Listen to this sentence. What does the sentence mean? هذا الكتاب لزيد. What does that mean? The second part. هذا الكتاب لزيد. هذا الكتاب لزيد. This book is for Zayd. Not this is the book. No, this book. This book is for Zayd. This book is for Zayd. Okay, I want y'all to understand. I want y'all to understand. Please walk with me. We're going to take our time. هذا is ma'rifah and al-kitab is ma'rifah. Okay? And I'm saying, I want you to know that I can take out al-kitab. I can say, هذا لزيد. And I'm pointing at it. I'm pointing at the book. I can just say, هذا لزيد. This is for Zayd. And I leave out the book. I can leave it out. I can leave it out. Okay, look, we can't just say something blank like Aleph Lam changes the structure. What do you mean by structure? Aleph Lam changes from definite to indefinite, not the structure. Don't say the word structure. Aleph Lam changes from definite to indefinite, not structure. We don't have blanket words. Again, I can say Hada li Zaydin. This is for Zayd. You know what? Because you know what? I'm gonna try to understand. Because Hada and Al-Kitab, they're the same thing. Hada and the Kitab is the same thing. This book, they go together. They go together. So I could say, listen to me, I can say either or. I could say Hada li Zayd, or I could say Al-Kitab li Zayd. I could say Hada Kitab, I could say Hada li Zayd. This is for Zayd, or I can say Al-Kitab li Zayd. The book is for Zayd. The book is for Zayd. This is for Zayd. So if I say them together, I have to mention them together. I'm going to say Hada al-Kitab. That's one thing. They're both ma'rifah. I can't stop in the middle of it. It's one thing. I'm pointing at it. Hada al-Kitab. And then I'm going to say li Zayd. That's one thing. So they're both ma'rifah. When they're both ma'rifah, listen to this. Listen to this. When they're both ma'rifah, it's not a complete sentence. A complete sentence is ma'rifah and nakira. I'm going to say it again. When they're both ma'rifah, it's not a complete sentence. A complete sentence is ma'rifah and nakira. So I would say, هذا الكتاب, this book is for Zayd. هذا الكتاب لزيد وهذا الكتاب. Okay. Sentence number one is, it says هذا كتاب. This is a book. هذا كتاب. This is a book. A book has a tanween. A book. This is a book for Zayd. The other one is, this book is for Zayd. We understand that? We understand that? Okay. Okay. So what I want you, that's just brief, but this is what we want to benefit. So without Aleph Lam, the book is singular. No, don't say the word singular. Say nakira or ma'rifah. Say definite or indefinite. Don't bring up the word singular. Definite or indefinite. We're not talking about singular or plural. Don't talk about singular or plural. We're talking about definite or indefinite. Definite or indefinite. We're not talking about singular or plural. Are you all with me? Are you all with me? Okay, but listen. Listen up. Listen up. I could come to you and explain to you how the treadmill works. I could tell you pull it down, and you could pull it down, the thing comes down, and you turn on the key and you press the button, then you hold the handles, and then you put your feet like this. But nothing's going to help until you actually do it, right? I could give you all the videos, but you just got to get on it and do it, right? So with that in mind, we're going to move on and we're going to read today. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Muhammadun Mudarris. Muhammad al-Mudarris. Al-Mudarris Muhammad. Okay, listen. Listen to this quick. Listen to this. Muhammadun Mudarrisun. Muhammad is a teacher. Okay? Muhammad is a teacher. Muhammadun Mudarrisun. Now look at the other one. I want you to understand how when it's a ma'rifah and a ma'rifah. I want you to understand when it's a ma'rifah and a ma'rifah, it could convey two meanings, and we need something else to distinguish between the two. So because Asif wrote this down, I'm going to mention it. I want you to understand this. Listen to me. If I said Muhammad al-Mudarris, that could mean two things. It could mean Muhammad is the teacher, or it could be Muhammad, the teacher, is coming. Muhammad, the teacher, like I'm describing him more. Like I said, Hadha al-Kitab, this book, Muhammad al-Mudarris, Muhammad the teacher, meaning not Muhammad the student, not Muhammad the carpenter, Muhammad the teacher, and it's not clear. So if I wanted to say Muhammad is the teacher, I would say Muhammad huwa al-Mudarris. I would come with huwa to explain that this is the subject and this is the predicate. Am I talking too fast? Are you all with me? Am I going too fast? So if I say Muhammad al-Mudarris, that's not clear because it's ma'rifah and ma'rifah. And if I'm going to come with ma'rifah and ma'rifah, I'm going to separate it with a pronoun. I'm going to say Muhammad huwa al-Mudarris. Now you know that I came with something between the two ma'rifahs, that this is the subject and this is the predicate. But if I say Muhammad al-Mudarris, it's not clear. Am I saying Muhammad is the teacher, or I'm saying Muhammad? Like, what if I said this? What if I said this? What if I said this? Muhammad al-Mudarris maridun. Muhammad al-Mudarris maridun. Okay, that's nakira now. Maridun. Muhammad the teacher is sick. Meaning Muhammad, not the student. Muhammad the teacher is sick. Muhammad al-Mudarris maridun. Muhammad the teacher. So normally a sentence is going to be ma'rifah and nakira. If we have two ma'rifahs together, listen to this. I'm going to say this one time. And this is all theological. This is all theory. But listen to this. Listen to this. Let's go back to here. هذا كتاب لزيد. Listen, هذا الكتاب لزيد. If I come with هذا الكتاب لزيد, هذا الكتاب لزيد. If I come with two ma'rifahs, the second ma'rifah is just to emphasize and to clarify the first one. I don't need it. I don't need it. So I can say, هذا لزيد. This is for Zayd. Or I can say هذا الكتاب لزيد. Or I can say الكتاب لزيد. الكتاب لزيد. So listen to this. I could say Muhammadun maridun. I could say al-Mudarris maridun. But if I come with both of them, Muhammad al-Mudarris, I'm just coming with Mudarris just to clarify Muhammad. If you come with two ma'rifahs, the second one is just, what's that good word? Oh, modifier. Oh, there you go. Like my English is like torn up from the floor up. And here comes Shakur, like embarrassing me, like, the word you want is modifier. Like that's, the second one is just like to add to it and to emphasize. Are you all with me? I know I did a lot of talking today. I know I did a lot of talking, but I just want you to know that a sentence in general, if it starts with a noun, is going to be ma'rifa and nakira. If two ma'rifas come, the second one is just to clarify the first one. Not all the time, but most of the time. Okay, let's read. Hiwar Baina Abdul Samad wa Hud. This is a dialogue between Abdul Samad wa Hud. We're going to read. You all repeat after me. What about Al Mudarris Muhammad? Is that valid? We're going to do that later. We're going to do that later so we can study. Okay. Okay. So listen up. Like what we want to do is look at what we have on the platter. We want to look what's on our plate. We don't want to look at what we didn't get here and say, well, what about that coleslaw? What about that, the spinach pie? Like, eat what's on the plate here. Don't ask about what's on this. Let's eat what's on our plate. Let's just do this thing. That's right here, what we have. Okay? Let's go. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We're not going to read the names. Abdul Samad is a conversation between Abdul Samad and Hud. Y'all are repeating after me. Aina daftari. Aina daftari. Where is my notebook? Where is my notebook? Where is my notebook? هناك دفتر صغير على الأرض. You repeat after me. هناك دفتر صغير على الأرض. There is a small notebook on the floor. There, over there, هناك is pointing. هناك is pointing far away. هناك دفتر صغير على الأرض. There is a small notebook on the floor. لا دفتري كبير. Repeat after me. لا دفتري كبير. What does that mean? لا دفتري كبير. Okay. 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 No, my book is big. Okay, listen. الدفتر الكبير على الرف. Repeat after me. Again. الدفتر الكبير على الرف. My dear brothers and sisters, listen, I want you all to know that a major, major lesson we have just taken right now in these couple of sentences. Okay? I want you to go back. It says, Hunaka daftarun saghirun. I want you to listen. Open up your eyes. Turn on your Wi-Fi. It's behind your right ear. Press that button behind your right ear and put your antenna up high. Okay, very good. I'm going to give you a better pause. I'm going to give you a better pause. All right, MashaAllah, fiber optic. I want you to look. It says, Hunaka daftarun saghirun. Daftarun saghirun. Daftarun saghirun. There is a small notebook. When they're both nakira, it's one thing. A small notebook. A small notebook. A small notebook. But now he says, La daftari kabirun. Daftari kabir. I have one question. Daftari, is that nakira or ma'rifa? Daftari. Is that nakira or ma'rifa? Ma'rifa. All right. So now we have here daftari kabir. And what does this mean? Daftari كبير. What does that mean? دفتري كبير. What does that mean? My notebook is big. My notebook is big. Okay, I have a question. I have a question. Are y'all listening? دفتر صغير. Is that, if I just said that by itself, is that a sentence? I say, Ya Shakur, daftarun saghirun. Is that a sentence? Daftarun saghirun. Is that a sentence? Right? That's not a sentence. A sentence can't be nakira and nakira. It can't be nakira and nakira. It can't be nakira and nakira. A small notebook. What about it? I have to say hunaka daftarun saghirun. Over there is a. I can't just say daftarun saghirun, but I can say daftari saghirun, daftari kabirun. I can say that, right? Right. So I want you to understand that if somebody comes to us with a vocabulary list of words, we're going to tear that paper up and throw it back at them, saying, no thanks. You got some sentences, brother man? You got some sentences, Sheikh? Don't give me no words. Listen, tell them, listen, if I wanted some words, I go buy me a dictionary, more words than you got, okay? If I wanted some words, I go buy me a dictionary. Thank you very much, all right? I don't need words. Words are in the dictionary. I need sentences, okay? I need practical sentences, okay? Now, look at the sentence. Ad-daftar al-kabir al-ard. What does that mean? Ad-daftar al-kabir al-ard. What does that mean? Al-raf. I'm sorry. Al-raf. I'm sorry. Al-raf. You're very good. I see. Ad-daftar al-kabir al-raf. The big notebook is on the shelf. Okay, I have a question. Is this a complete sentence? Ad-daftar al-kabir. Ad-daftar al-kabir. Is that a complete sentence? No, it's not. It's not a complete sentence. No. But now, when we move on, we want to understand more. Let's move on. Listen up. What are we studying here? Are we studying school materials? Is that what our class is about? School materials? Like, what are we studying here? The objects we need when we go to school? What are we studying? Nakira wa ma'rifa. Indefinite. That's what we're studying. So put on your nakira wa ma'rifa glasses now. Get your glasses off that's talking about any other topic. Put on the right frames. Concentrate. This is what we're learning. Okay. Next sentence. Y'all read after me. Wa aina qalami. Wa aina qalami. And where is my pen? هناك قلم أسود على المكتب. هناك قلم أسود على المكتب. What does that mean? There is a black pen on the desk. There is a black pen on the desk. There is a black pen on the desk. لا قلمي أزرق. Repeat after me. لا قلمي أزرق. No, my pen is blue. My pen is blue. Type after me. القلم الأزرق في مخبئك. The blue pen is in your pocket. القلم الأزرق في مخبئك. The blue pen is in your pocket. So let's look at this. أين قلمي? Where is my pen? He says, هناك, there is قلم أسود, is a black pen. قلم أسود means a black pen. By itself, it is not a complete sentence. هناك is ma'rifa. هناك is ma'rifa. So listen up. Listen up. What if I said, translate the sentence for me. Translate the sentence for me. هذا قلم أسود. هذا قلم. This is a black pen. Okay, stop. Let me tell you another sentence. I want you to translate for me. Translate this for me. It's another sentence. عندي قلم أسود. عندي قلم أسود. I have a black pen. Have a black pen. Have a black pen. Okay. Is this a complete sentence? Is this a complete sentence? قلم أسود. No, it's not a complete sentence. Right. It's not a complete sentence. No. I am. Right. So two nakiras, they don't make a complete sentence. But هذا and هذه and هناك, these are all ma'rifa. So what does this mean? هناك قلم أسود. What does that mean? هناك قلم أسود. What does that mean? There is a black pen. Right, that's a complete sentence. Over there is a black pen. That's a complete sentence. And هذا وهناك is ma'rifa. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. What if I said هناك قلم without aswad? هناك قلم. Is that a complete sentence? هناك قلم. هناك قلم. Is that a complete sentence? Yes. Yes, because it's ma'rifa and nakira. Aswad is just to describe the pen. I can say هناك قلم أسود. I can say هناك قلم كبير. I can say هناك قلم لي for me. I can say هناك قلم لزيد. I can say هناك قلم, and I could come with 1,000 words after قلم. 1,000 words. It's just to describe the pen. We don't need it. We don't need it. All we need is a ma'rifa and a nakira. We don't need a ma'rifa and two nakiras, a ma'rifa and three nakiras. All we need is a ma'rifa and nakira. So you have to recognize what is extra. What is the basis of the sentence? Are you all with me? La qalami azraq. What does that mean? La qalami azraq. Is this a complete sentence? Qalami azraqu. Is that a complete sentence? Qalami azraqu. That's a complete sentence? Let me ask you a question. Qalami. Qalami. Is that nakira ma'rifa? Qalami. Nakira ma'rifa. Is that definite? Ma'rifa. And I want you to understand that a sentence is ma'rifa wa nakira. I want you to understand that an Arabic sentence generally is ma'rifa and nakira. That's a sentence. Do you understand that? Okay, let's look at this last sentence. Al-qalam al-azraq fi makhba'ik. What does that mean? Al-qalam al-azraq fi makhba'ik. What does that mean? The blue pen is in your pocket. The blue pen is in your pocket. Tomorrow, I'm going to explain about makhba'ik. Not today. There's another word for a pocket called jabe. Well, we're going to do that tomorrow, okay? I have a question. I have a big question. Al-qalam al-azraq. Is that a complete sentence? Al-qalam al-azraq. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. Because two ma'rifas don't make a sentence. Al wa al-qalam al-azraq. That's not a complete sentence. We need ma'rifa and nakira. Two ma'rifas don't make a sentence. Okay, hold on. Look. You said I thought it was the pen is blue. Okay. If you thought the pen is blue, it says al-qalam al-azraq fi makhba'ik. Translate the whole thing now. The pen is blue is in my pocket. The pen is blue is in your pocket. It can't mean that. What would that whole sentence mean? Al-qalam al-azraq fi makhba'ik. What does that sentence mean? It can't be the pen is blue and it's in your pocket, like it's a double sentence. Are you with me? Right, the blue pen. Right, the blue pen. So is the blue pen a sentence? Al-qalam al-azraq. أقول السلام عليكم يا فاروق القلم الأزرق. السلام عليكم يا عبد الحكيم القلم الأزرق. Like you're gonna be, what about it? The blue pen. What about it? Ya Shakur القلم الأزرق. You're gonna be, what are you talking about? القلم الأزرق. Not complete. Not complete. Not complete. Let's move on. How we doing? I got a question. I have a big question. What are we studying here? The instruments for school, what you put in your book bag? What are we studying here? We're studying about pens and rulers and paper and notebooks. What are we studying? Right. These are just sentences, right? Right. We're studying ma'rifa wa nakira. Right. And what makes a sentence? These are just examples, Abu Hafsari. These are examples. Don't get caught up in the pens and the colors. We're not doing colors right now. We're going to do colors later, okay, Farouk? Farouk, we're going to do the colors yellow and red and orange later, okay? Okay, we're going to do colors later, okay? But now we're doing ma'rifa wa nakira, okay? May Allah bless you all. Okay, how we doing? Check, I have to leave. Okay, may Allah bless you all. I know I went long today, but I really want to take my time today. Today is a major lesson. Okay, let's finish up. Okay, you'll repeat after me. Aina haqibati. And where is my bag? But I want you to repeat after me. Wa aina haqibati. Now listen up. Listen up. Yeah, Shakur, if I'm speaking to you and I ask you, where is my bag? You will understand what I'm talking about. If I came to you and said, where is a bag? You're going to ask me, what bag are you talking about? I can't come to you and say, Aina haqibatun. Where is a bag? I'm going to make you confused. Like, what do you mean a bag? A black bag? Is it what are you talking about? You got to come with something ma'rifa. I can't come to you and say, Aina haqibatun. I'm going to make you like, but even if you don't know where my bag is, you're going to know what I'm talking about. If I say, Aina haqibati, You're going to be like, oh, I don't know where your bag is. But if I come to you and say, ain't a haqibatun, like, what do you mean, haqibatun? You can't speak like that in Arabic. طيب. هناك حقيبة ثقيلة أمام الباب. Repeat it. هناك حقيبة ثقيلة أمام الباب. Now, ثقيلة means heavy. ثقيلة means heavy. What does that mean? There is a heavy bag in front of the door. There is a heavy bag in front of the door. There is a heavy bag in front of the door. لا حقيبتي خفيفة. Repeat after me. لا حقيبتي خفيفة. No, my bag is light. No, my bag is light. No, my bag is light. الحقيبة الخفيفة في الفناء. mean at the yard. الحقيبة الخفيفة في الفناء. What does that mean? The light bag is in the yard. Are y'all with me? You're still there? Okay, now. حقيبة ثقيلة. That's not a complete sentence. حقيبة ثقيلة. A heavy bag. But if I say هناك, هناك is ma'rifah. There is a heavy bag. So I'm going to ask you a question. I have a question. هناك حقيبة. Is that a complete sentence? هناك حقيبة. Is that a complete sentence? هناك حقيبة. Yes, there is a bag. Nah. So listen to this. I could say هناك حقيبة ثقيلة. I can say هناك حقيبة خفيفة. I can say, what does this mean? What does this mean? هناك حقيبة لمحمد. What does that mean? هناك حقيبة لمحمد. There is a bag for Muhammad. I could add 1,000 words after haqiba. But I want you to know, once I say haqiba, the sentence is complete. The sentence is complete. Hunaka haqibatun. There is a bag. I could describe that word with 1,000 words. I could describe that bag that is black, is white, is red, is light, is heavy, is expensive, is cheap, is stolen. I could describe it with 1,000 words. Come on. How we doing? I have a question. Yeah, Fina and house, it could be the same thing. I have a question. Haqibatun thaqilatun. Is that a sentence? Haqibatun thaqilatun. Is that a sentence? No, that's not a sentence. Because a sentence is ma'rifa wa nakira. Definite and indefinite. Definite and indefinite. Definite and indefinite. That's a sentence. Okay. لا حقيبتي خفيفة. حقيبتي خفيفة. حقيبتي, is that حقيبتي? Is that ma'rifa or nakira? حقيبتي. What makes it ma'rifa? Why is it ma'rifa? There's no alif lam. What makes it ma'rifa? Why is it ma'rifa? Because of the pronoun, the mir mutasal. So let me ask you a question. Is it absolutely necessary that you study pronouns before you study nakir and ma'rifa? Right. And nothing made me put my book together except the lakhbata, Like these other books, they just throw everything in at the same time, like it's a jigsaw puzzle. No, this is not a jigsaw puzzle. This is a class. It's not a jigsaw puzzle. No, 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 no. This is a class that we want to elevate people. We want them to develop gradually. It's not an obstacle course. No, it's not an obstacle course. It's not a jigsaw puzzle. It's not a swamp. This is not the Navy SEALs where you got to go under the swamp and hold your breath for 3 minutes. No, this is not that kind of course. This is not that kind of course. This is a simple, gradual course. Okay, is this a complete sentence? Haqibati khafifatun. Haqibati khafifatun. Is that a sentence? Yes. Why? Because a sentence is ma'rifa nakira. Definite, indefinite. That's a sentence. I'm going to say something. I want you to stay with me. Don't get lost. Don't get lost. Don't get lost. This lesson that we're doing now is ma'rifa nakira. This sentence that we're doing now, this class we're doing now is definite. We're indefinite. But there's going to be a class that's called masculine and feminine. So I cannot say haqibati khafifun. I have to say khafifatun. I can't say haqibati khafifun. I have to say khafifatun. Are y'all with me? So listen up. All these things have to match up. It has to match up. That is ma'rifa, and that is nakira, and that is masculine, and that is feminine. Everything has to add up. Are you with me? And by the time that we get to lesson number 10, like you, with Allah's permission alone, you will know sentence structure. You can identify that that's wrong because two ma'rifa don't make a sentence. That's wrong because of that. And that's wrong because of that. And that's wrong because of that. Simply. Y'all know with me? So we're not in the obstacle course. We're on a small training program. Strong, gradual training program. Okay. Al-haqiba al-khafifa fil fina. Is this a complete sentence? Al-haqiba al-khafifa. Al-haqiba al-khafifa. Is that a complete sentence? Al-haqiba al-khafifa. That's not complete. That's not complete. That's not complete. Now, if we want to describe that, we could say, listen to this. I could say, what does this mean? What does this mean? Al-haqiba al-khafifa li. Al-haqiba al-khafifa li. What does that mean? It's for me or it's mine, right? It's for me or it's mine. I could come behind, but I have to come behind it with something. I have to come behind it with something. All right. Al-haqiba al-khafifa li zaydin. Al-haqiba. Listen to this. Listen to this one. What does this mean? Al-haqiba al-khafifa jamilatun. Al-haqiba al-khafifa jamilatun. Now, I want you to be sensitive. I want you to be sensitive. You cannot say, al-haqiba al-khafifa jamilun. You have to say jamilatun. Like you have to have both your antennas up. You need an antenna up for ma'rif or nakira. You need another antenna up for masculine and feminine. Are you with me? Are we on the same page? We had a beautiful class today. Y'all pardon me for being so long. I just want you to review these sentences here. And yeah, y'all got to pardon me. I had a cup of strong black coffee and mashallah. I'm kind of wired up. You gotta pardon me. Yeah. We're finished right here today. It's 7:30. And listen up. Listen up. We are not barking at the print. We have a specific, well, listen, when we did the minimum fussle, we had a specific plan to learn. When we did the minimum tussle, we had a specific topic. We are learning something specific in this chapter. Keep your eyes on the prize. We are doing naked or ma'rifa. Okay? So I want you to go back. I want you to view these sentences on 60 and 61 and review these sentences we did today on 62. I'm going to read these sentences in the homework and I'm going to translate them also. And I want you to understand, what do we want to understand for Nakira and Ma'arifa? We want to understand where we're going to stop and go and what we're going to convey. What's together and what's separate. What's together and what is separate. What's the subject? What is the predicate? Okay? This is our lesson for today. This is today is still like introduction. And these sentences that we're going to do tomorrow is going to come clearer and clearer. We have pages of this. So we get this straight. May Allah make it easy. Tayyib, inshallah, we're going to stop here. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik. Shana la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka. Which is subject, predicate, check. What is subject and predicate? That's a whole nother lesson. That's an English lesson. Yeah. But we don't have to worry about that. Those are just language. Those are just terms. Yeah. All right, we're going to stop here. Barakallahu feekum. Allah reward you all, and Allah reward you all.